Covering news where you live. This is 5 News.
Well, thank you for joining us here for the latest news and weather where you live. I'm Joe Ellison. One of our top stories, Arkansas could soon get more high-speed internet. The Biden administration announced that the natural state will receive over $1 billion to make it happen in underserved areas. Arkansas is one of 19 other states receiving this much money. The U.S. Secretary of Commerce said the money will now be handed out by each state's Internet Grant Access Program to make sure it's spent where it is most needed. Meanwhile, Oklahoma's Attorney General is responding to the Supreme Court's decision not to rule on a case involving charter schools. A publicly funded charter school in North Carolina wanted to require girls to wear skirts as a part of a school uniform, but a lower court ruled that the school violated the Constitution's Equal Protection Clause in enforcing this requirement. Now the Attorney General is calling the decision promising. It comes just weeks after the Sooner State approved what would be the nation's first religious charter school. The Attorney General says that it is a clear violation of the U.S. and state constitution and went on to say that while the court's action may be taken as favorable, he expects much more litigation in the future. And several police and fire departments in our area coming together for an active shooter training this week. Pea Ridge Police and Fire, along with the Bella Vista departments, Little Flock Police and Gravette Fire, are holding emergency training at the Pea Ridge Primary School. Actors are playing the victims in the scenario to give first responders a more realistic training environment. So if you see some activity out there, don't worry, it's all part of this training. Officers are training again on Thursday. And officer training comes exactly 2 years after Pea Ridge officer Kevin Apple died in the line of duty. In June of 2021, he died after being hit and killed by a vehicle of suspects involved in a car chase. A few hundred people came together last night on Monday to remember his legacy. There was a brief moment of silence and speech from Chief Lynn Hahn and Chaplain Aaron Matthews as they made the promise to make sure he's never forgotten. Pea Ridge's mayor says he knew Kevin personally and says it's important to honor his life and legacy.
Kevin Apple was a friend to everybody, and Kevin Apple always had a hand out to help whoever needed help. And I believe that he took that into the force whenever he was a police officer as well. If there was somebody needing help, he would be there to help them out and be able to help them through a hard situation and be able to talk to them through the situation. So he is greatly missed.
Well, since his death, the community has found ways to memorialize the officer. They have renamed part of Highway 72 the Officer Kevin Apple Memorial Highway, which runs from Bentonville to Pea Ridge. The mayor says they plan to honor Officer Apple every year. All right, before we get to other news, let's get a check of that summer weather with meteorologist Zach Scott. And Zach, it looks like it could be a hot one again today.
Yeah, it should be another hot one here across the area. Hotter for northwest Arkansas. Got a brief break thanks to that cold front that started to work in as we went through the day on Sunday. You really noticed the difference going from the heat that had really been building Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Hottest stretch so far this year. But then on Monday, northwest Arkansas was in the 80s up to 90 degrees. Started out this morning very comfortable in the low to mid 60s. We're bumping it up about 5 degrees today. We're going to be around 91 up to 95 for northwest Arkansas. Plenty of sunshine with some scattered clouds filtering in. We've got a frontal boundary kind of stalled out, hanging around the River Valley and Ouachitas today. With that, can't roll out a stray shower. We're looking at temperatures once again hitting the upper 90s. Feels like temperatures today. They're up there, especially for areas around Crawford, Sebastian counties in Arkansas, out towards the southwest. This is the area that has the best chance to see feels like temperatures today when you factor in that thick, humid air, feeling more like 104 up to 110 degrees. Not as humid the further east and northeast you go. That will change by tomorrow. We will definitely see the hot, humid air expanding all across 5 country. It's mostly been in the River Valley and back into Oklahoma the last few days. Hey, again, we can't rule out another chance for some showers and thunderstorms. We've seen this play out multiple times through the month of June. This is very common this time of year. Storms fire up way out towards the west in the afternoon, roll east during the evening, overnight. Complex of storms is going to try to move into northwest Arkansas between 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. Best chances for rain Tuesday night will be north of I-40. If the complex storms can hold together, Joe, could still pack a punch with wind gusts over 60 miles per hour. That'll be the top threat.
All right, thanks so much. Now, before we go, we always love to highlight those who give back in our local communities. And that's exactly what Ozark Mission Project did. The nonprofit goes the extra mile across the state to help those who need it the most. 5 News photojournalist Laura Castleman has a look.
Helping somebody that can't really, get out here themselves and build it is just really important. Like not everybody has the same physical abilities that, young teenagers do.
This project in particular is for Miss Ann, and she is an amputee. And so in order for her to enjoy her backyard and get out to her yard safely, they are building a wheelchair ramp. The ability to enjoy this space, have that access that's safe into her home is going to allow her freedom as well as joy, and that's what we love to provide for our neighbors.
We're going to build a huge wheelchair ramp for our friend here. We've already ripped all the stairs out and everything. We just got to put in the frames, hang them up, and then deck them.
So they start with framing, and then they'll hang those frames up and end up decking and putting on handrails. So this is going to be a 3-day project for a group of about 10 youth volunteers.
We were able to get out here and just really make a difference for some people, and that just means a lot, especially to do it with other kids.
One thing that we really strive to do is not just build projects like a wheelchair ramp, but we also build relationships.
The feeling that it gives you, you might be working outside in the hot air and just be miserable, but once you leave, it's just like, dang, like I miss helping people.
Right now, these youth are showing us what it means like to live in community, to love our neighbors as God tells us to, and to spread kindness around the world.
Well, that is the latest news in your 5 News update. I'm Jo Ellison. Make sure to join us again tomorrow right here for more. Have a great day.